Hey everybody, welcome to Reading the Bible to Cats. I don't know, Guster's moving, and now I have to adjust the camera. Guster, though your left eye is beautiful, Guster would like to see the full face. Okay, so I guess I have to move the camera so you can see this beautiful creature. Oop. Well, it's not working. Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to figure out how to. Hold on one sec. Well, there's the top of his head. Um, hmm. Um, Guster, I thought you were going to be cute. Okay, well, let's just pounce on the Bible here. Do you want to look at the camera? No? Okay, well, that's kind of a picture. He's being a loaf right now. All right, let's keep going with for Samuel because I kind of got into the dramatic reading of it all. This is my acting workshop voice. Um, so I'm going to try and get into character as we read this next chapter. And let's see, where are we? Wait, we read 20. Yeah, we read chapter 20, so I'll read chapter 21. And you can just look at Guster's loafiness. Okay, so chapter 21. Wait, let me do a vocal exercise. Me, 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 me. You, 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 you. Okay, I think I'm ready now to commence acting. No, I'll I'll just read it. Maybe I'll read it normally. Maybe there will be some, acting. I don't know. Okay, so chapter 21, 1 Samuel, reading from my mom's old Bible, NIV. It's the Thompson Chain Reference Bible. Okay. And by the way, it's still Monday morning, and I will post this on the weekend. David went to Nob, to Ahimelech, the priest. Ahimelech trembled when he met him and asked, "Why are you alone? Why is no one with you?" David answered Ahimelech the priest, "The king charged me with a certain matter and said to me, 'No one is to know anything about your mission and your instructions. As for my men, I have told them to meet me at a certain place. Now then, what do you have on hand? Give me 5 loaves of bread or whatever you can find.' But the priest answered, 'David, I don't have any ordinary bread on hand. However, there is some consecrated bread here, provided the men have kept themselves from women.' David replied, 'Indeed, women have been kept from us, as usual, whenever I set out. The men's things are holy, even on missions that are not holy. How much more so today?' So the priest gave him the consecrated bread, since there was no bread there except the bread of the presence that had been removed from before the Lord and replaced by hot bread on the day it was taken away. Now one of Saul's servants was there that day, detained before the Lord. He was Doeg, the Edomite, Saul's head shepherd. David asked Ahimelech, 'Don't you have a spear or a sword here?' 'I haven't brought my sword or any other weapon because the king's business was urgent.' The priest replied, 'The sword of Goliath the Philistine, whom you killed in the valley of Elah, is here, It is wrapped in a cloth behind the ephod. If you want it, take it. There is no sword here but that one." David said, "There is none like it. Give it to me." That day David fled from Saul and went to Achish, king of Gath. But the servants of Achish said to him, "Isn't this David, the king of the land? Isn't he the one they sing about in their dances? Saul has slain his thousands and David his tens of thousands." David took these words to heart and was very much afraid of Achish, king of Gath, so he feigned insanity in their presence. And while he was in their hands, he acted like a madman, making marks on the doors of the gate and letting saliva run down his beard. Achish, Achish said to his servants, "Look at the man. He is insane. Why bring him to me? Am I so short of madmen that you have to bring this fellow here to carry on like this in front of me? Must this man come into my house?" Okay, everybody, that's the end of um, 1 Samuel chapter 21. I really like this chapter. Um, I like it, and I'll tell you why. Oh my gosh. I really King David is a man after my own heart because his strategy and tactics are like mine when I'm when I'm threatened. Um I'll tell you a story about it. So okay, so here I am in the city, and I sometimes think up defensive strategies that are kind of unusual, like if somebody is gonna mug me, or if there's a carjacking or something like that. I come up with ideas that I think would be uh, outside the box. But there was one strategy I employed. I was at this kind of rinky-dink gas station in the city, and I stepped outside my car and just started pumping gas, and there was this like very yeah, Goliath of a man, like this large, strange man, kind of off in the corner, calling out to me, and I I didn't know what he wanted, and I didn't want to pay attention to him really, but I decided I would, to get him to stop heckling. He was kind of bothering me. Like, I don't know if he wanted money, but I don't know what he wanted, but I was on high alert because I sensed danger for whatever reason. I mean, his heckling wasn't like, I mean, he was just like, "Ma'am, ma'am, hey, hey, ma'am, hey, lady," that kind of thing. So I was pumping gas, and I decided, okay, Sarah, he obviously wants you to turn around so he can see your face and face you and do whatever, say whatever. And so I decided that when I turned around, I would like unhinge my jaw and then like cross my eyes a little and kind of slump over like something was wrong with me. Okay. Not quite like King David. I didn't let saliva, like I wasn't drooling, but I just wanted him to think, "Oh, okay, don't bother that lady. Something's wrong with her." So I kind of did that. I wish I could show you all, but I don't want to. But yeah, so just imagine me like with a slack jaw, like with my mouth gaping open, my tongue almost hanging out, and my eyes kind of crossing, and kind of hobbling a bit as I take the gas pump out of the car and then get into my car. He was utterly silent. I think he was dumbfounded. It was like, what, like kind of like this guy, Akish. verse 14, look at the man, he's insane. Why bring him to me? Am I so short of madmen that you have to bring this fellow here to carry on like this in front of me? Must this man come into my house? Like, he's like, ew, get rid of him. Something's wrong with him. So it worked, by the way. But then when I told my best friend about it, she obviously laughed. But then she was like, Sarah, wouldn't it have been better just to ignore him? It's like, oh, okay. That's an idea. Anyway, everybody, that's what I got for you today. Let's, I'm kind of enjoying this. I didn't think I would really enjoy 1 Samuel, but I'm kind of enjoying it. So, yeah. King David, man after my own heart. So, yeah, maybe that's like a nice little defensive strategy, like King David. If you're afraid of someone, just start slobbering and marking the walls and acting crazy. I don't know. Anyway, okay, well, let's say a prayer. Lord, thank you for funny memories and for King David. And I pray for anybody who needs something this morning, this afternoon, this evening, wherever they are, in whatever country. I pray you keep them safe and that you protect them, Lord. Put your angels around them. We thank you for your people who are scattered throughout the world, who are all over and in every country. And I thank you for my YouTube friends and pray you bless them in a special way, Lord. I pray, I'm recording this Monday and I'll post this in the future, I think next week. So I pray for the peace of Jerusalem, Lord, and the protection of Israel. Right now on Monday, Israel's been under attack by Iran, so I pray that you protect Israel, Lord, that I know you neither slumber nor sleep, and this is your land and your people, and I pray for safety, and that they would feel that they would feel that your hand is on them. And Lord, I know throughout your word, we read about how you protect your people, Israel, ultimately, and that, and miraculously so. I mean, it's really the story that we're reading this story, and the story continues, and we're in the story, we're in the middle of the story. So help us to know what part we play in this story and give us a sense of purpose. But I pray for peace, Lord. I pray for the hostages to all be set free if they're not by the time this posts. Pray for any hurting people or animals because of these wars, all between Israel and Iran and Gaza and Ukraine and Russia and all these other territories and areas, Lord. Pray for the people of Iran that they would feel freedom in the air, that this evil regime would be toppled, and that you would rescue the people there who've been so oppressed, especially the women. And I pray for the Christians there, Lord, that you protect them and help anybody who's afraid, if there are people who are afraid, and animals, Lord. And I pray all these things with my whole heart. Pray these things in Jesus' name and Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen, everybody. Sorry you're just seeing a black loaf here. Okay, well, I'm going to keep making videos until the next one. Bye.